Olha, eu vou falar uma coisa para vocês aqui. Inteligência artificial já nem dá mais para chamar de novidade, né? Porque ela já está no nosso dia a dia, trabalhando, criando, opinando, inclusive muitas vezes mais até do que a gente. E olha, lá no SXSW esse assunto apareceu o tempo todo. E a gente vai mostrar para vocês agora a matéria para dizer como é que a gente utiliza essa ferramenta sem perder a essência da criação. Bora ver?
This panel was something that came as a result of a feeling I personally started to experience where we know AI is a powerful tool. We know it can help with a lot of efficiency, but something I started to sense as I started to use it, especially for things that were a little hard to kind of kick off, that I started to realize that thing that I used to do on my own, which is start with a blank page, start with a kind of an idea and how to get it out of my head and the tension that comes from that. I wanted to talk about how hard that feels now because I've started to use AI so much, and how I really think that we have to protect ourselves from over-deferring ourselves to AI in a way that might slowly, maybe unintentionally, maybe we don't even realize it, atrophy our brain a little bit.
What we're seeing is an age of AI where a lot of AI technologies are coming out of the creativity of the developers, but we want to make sure that the way those AI technologies are deployed or used, especially in the workplace, don't then diminish the creativity of the workers.
In my work as an educator and an author, what I'm most foundationally interested in is the healthy development of teens, young people generally. And so anytime we have a rapidly developing technology that fractures relationships, keeps kids away from the spaces where they're naturally developing relationships, where they're developing their sense of themselves, any technology that undermines their motivation, that undermines their stress tolerance, aka resilience, is really doing a disservice, in the guise of productivity and moving faster. We're really doing, we risk doing grave harm to developing young minds.
They're coming into an era that not only have had the challenges of social media, but now have this other tool that from a personal perspective and their own professional development perspective, they're going to be even more disadvantaged than they already have growing up as digital natives.
Several years ago, there were 300 psychologists who wrote an open letter to the American Psychological Association asking the association to formally criticize the psychologists who were employed by Silicon Valley companies to make social media technologies as addictive as possible. The teenagers max out in their happiness around 30 minutes, and they really enjoy it. But once they get to an hour and an hour plus, it actually starts to make them less happy. We could design this technology to say, let's just put this on pause. I'll hold the thing right here and we'll pick this up tomorrow. That would not be hard to do. And so, but if the concern is I want to have maximum minutes of engagement, that is for the competitive interests of that company, not for the development interests of that team.
I think that the thing that we're missing is instead of turning initially and automatically to AI, we should be turning automatically to ourselves first, always. There is a way back, but it's societal. It starts with each of us individually as people, as parents, as brothers and sisters. We have to encourage our family and friends to use their brains, right? To do things themselves without using the machine. Because in that way, we will redevelop some of the great, techniques and thoughts and the ways that we do things that we have always done them for centuries. And that's what we need to get back to.
I think it's going to be hard to wean people off, but what I think I would ask them to say is don't just change the way you use it. Don't start with AI. Really fully develop an idea in your head first. Think about everything that you want to say, where you want to go, even if it's not super clear yet, but do as much as you can on the front end to develop your idea. And then use AI as the tool that refines and chisels away at the final masterpiece.
When we turn to AI first, it's sending us down a predetermined path. So what we are losing is this diversity of ideas we have in our head, and we are sent down one path, which may not necessarily be the best path. It's just the path that the AI has determined for us.
There will arguably be a place for all people to use AI. What we'd like to do is, one, have technologies technology companies developing these put in tools so that you can say, Ned, here's how you can use it in ways that suit your needs. It could even ask you, what are your objectives? And so we want to work hard for how do we ourselves create some structures around this so we're not always relying on willpower. So maybe I will use AI to proofread my, article that I've written, to edit, a piece that I've written, but I won't use it generatively. And so for people to be very thoughtful about what's the objective that I'm trying to meet with this AI, something other than just saving time. If we use this thoughtfully, much like we can use social media thoughtfully, we can get the best out of it without it creating the worst of us.